Hi there guys, my name is Aaron and you can learn, make and create together with me in Adobe Photoshop. Today I'm going to show you how you can edit a portrait step by step using some actions. So without any further ado, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe Photoshop. As you can see, this portrait is looking great, but we need to make some changes. So before we start retouching the portrait, make sure to check all the links down in the description because you will find the raw file and the retouching actions. Also, I put the link in the description where you can download like 10 to 15, something like that, from this amazing photo shoot. So first thing first that we are going to do in this portrait is clean. So I'm going to click here on clean and click play. After we do that, as you can see, we have the clean layer here and the black and white layer. So I'm gonna click here on the spot healing brush. I'm gonna clean this portrait with that one. So I'm just gonna zoom in here and start cleaning this amazing portrait. So if you wanna speed up your workflow, make sure to get this action because they're really helpful. And also if you're a makeup artist, this makeup artist retouching actions 2023 is really amazing. So don't lose this opportunity and get these retouching actions. I'm using a pen with a pen tablet. Wacom Intuos Pro S is highly recommended by my side because when I switched from mouse to the pen tablet, my workflow was really fast. And if you're getting serious into retouch, make sure to download these actions because, as I said before, they are really helpful. So here we have a before and after what we've done so far into this portrait. We need to clean the eyes because we'll make some changes later, but we need to clean them right now. So here's the before and after of what we've done so far in the clean. Right now, I'm just gonna put clean under this clean group. Sorry, I put it on top. Put this again. So here's the before and after. Click Control and click here, right click and click here that says merge layers because we are going to merge both of them. And now that I am done with clean, it's time for the dodge and burn. So I'm just gonna click play here on the dodge and burn, open the dodge and burn and click here on the dodge. One different way that I usually do is that I'm gonna click here on window, click arrange and click new window for this window and click again to the window, arrange and choose 2 up vertical. The reason why I do this is because when you are dodge and burning the portrait, you have to zoom in and zoom out every time. So when we do this method, you don't need to zoom in and zoom out every time. For example, we leave the left window in the zoom out and in the right window, we will be working with the zoom in just like this. And I'm gonna zoom in where I want to start dodging this portrait with 100% brush and 2% of the flow. I'm gonna start dodging this portrait in the parts that we need to. You can leave the clean and black and white layer group on, but for example, if you don't see the details like the shadows and highlights, you can create another layer here. Click here and click curves and just drag the shadows into the right just a little, also the highlights to the left to create contrast, as you can see. But I'm going to reduce it just a little and click on dodge and start dodging this portrait. So basically everything that happens in the right window, it will be shown here, the left one too. So keep an eye sometimes in the left window, and this way you can dodge and burn a portrait like a professional. Now you can check a before and after of everything that we've done so far. You can turn off the black and white help layers and check a before and after. And I think that they're looking good. Now it's time to burn. I'm gonna zoom in where I want to start burning this portrait. Now you can check a before and after of everything else. And I think that we are done with dodge and burn. So I'm just gonna close that left window that was before. So here's before and after. And I think that is looking okay. You can reduce the opacity of the dodge if you think that is too much, like I did right now. And burn, I think it's okay. Now I'm gonna delete the curves and black and white help layer, right click and click here on merge layers. Now check a before and after of this entire process. And I think that is looking great. Now that we are done with dodge and burn, it's time for the frequency separation. So just click on the frequency separation and click play. Wait until it's done. Now open the group of the frequency separation, and here we have the color and texture. So frequency separation works this way. You have to work first in the color, and after you're done in the color, you can work in the texture. I'm gonna click here on the mixer brush, and settings for the mixer brush right now are wet by 10%, load by 45, mix 33, and flow by 33. I'm gonna zoom in where I want to start mixing the skin tones of the color. Just like this. Check out before and after what we did so far, and keep working until you think that is looking okay. But make sure to not overdo this process because it will lose the originality of the portrait. So just keep working as much as you think that is okay. But if you think that is too much, when you're done with the process, you can always lower the opacity of the entire layer. So here's the before and after of everything that we've done in the frequency separation. And I think that is looking okay. Now I'm gonna click here on the texture, and if you think that you still need to clean the portrait, you can click here on the clone stamp tool, opacity 100% and flow by 100%. You can zoom in. With the clone stamp tool, you have to clean this way. You have to click Alt keyboard, hold it, and just click, release the Alt, and just paint to paste. So you have to be careful that you need to copy paste as near as possible, because for example, if you copy here and you paste it here, as you can see, the texture is not original anymore. So you have to be careful and copy paste as near as possible. So here's before and after of everything that we've done in the frequency separation. And I think with the color, it's kind of too much. So I'm going to reduce it, maybe 50%, something like this. Now check it before and after, and I think it's okay. Now click again on the dodge and burn. This time, dodge and burn should be inside the frequency separation between color and the texture. Now click on the dodge and just paint to add some highlights into this portrait. Now check it before and after. I think that I'm going to add just a little more. Now check it before and after. I think it's okay. I'm going to reduce it. Now click on the burn. So for the burn, usually I go with the cheeks, just a little around the forehead. Oops. Sorry. And I burn the eyebrows too. So pretty much just like this. Now check it before and after. I think they're looking okay, but I'm going to reduce it just a little. Now check it before and after of the frequency separation. Now a before and after of this entire process. And I think that we are looking good. And now that I am done with frequency separation, it's time to work just a little on the eyes. So click here on the eyes retouch and click play, click continue, click OK. Wait until it's done and click here on the brightening, because this one is to remove veins, but we cleaned the portrait in the beginning, so we don't need that right now. So I'm just gonna paint here, sorry, on the brightening. This one is to brighten up the white of the eyes. As you can see, you have to do the process in both of them. Now you can zoom out and check it before and after, reduce it maybe by 45 or even more because they're kind of too bright. So I think that 35 will be okay, or maybe 30. I think the 30 is okay. Now click here on the eyeball brightening, zoom in and just paint with 100% brush, just like this. Zoom out and reduce if needed. Click on the iris contour and paint just like this. As I said, do the process in both of the sides because they will look fake. Reduce it just a little and turn on the remove veins. I think that we need that too. So I'm just gonna paint it here to remove them just a little. And reduce by, I don't know, maybe 40%. Now check it before and after. As you can see, we still have some veins to remove here. So I'm gonna remove this and go back to the separation. And the problem is here. So again, with the mixer brush, I'm just gonna wipe them out just like this. And make sure that is removed. And if not, it's still on the texture. So I'm gonna zoom in. With the clone stamp tool, I'm just gonna clean them. Now check it before and after. And I think that they're looking okay. I'm going to reduce the entire retouch group by 65 maybe. Now check it before and after of this entire process. Now that we are done with eyes retouch, it's time for the makeup around the eyes. So I'm gonna click here on the eyeshadows. Click play. It says pick a color, so I'm gonna pick a color, which was pink of the lips, and just paint just like this. But as you can see, 100% is way too much. But I'm gonna do the process in both of the sides, and I'm going to reduce it later. This, and here we have with 100%. We are gonna go down to 35, and if they're looking good, we are gonna leave them. But you can see it's kind of affecting the shadows and highlights the same way. So we have to double click here, and we have to divide the highlights just a little and the shadows. Click OK. Now check it before and after. And I think they're looking okay. Now click here on the darken eyebrows, darken eyelashes, click play. Click on the smoky eyes and click play. And where we have to work within the smoky eyes, we're gonna paint it just a little on the sides. But as you can see, with 100% of the brush is way too dark. So I'm gonna reduce it maybe 10%. Check before and after. I think it's okay. Now click here on the darken eyelashes. Just paint over them. Now check it before and after. They're kind of too much, so I'm gonna reduce it too. And click here on the darken eyebrows. Just paint over them. Sorry. Now check it before and after. I think they're okay. And as you can see, the eyelashes are not the perfect, so I'm gonna create an empty layer here and right click. I'm gonna choose the eyelashes kit that I have. Link is in the description, so I'm gonna check them one by one until I find the best lashes for this portrait. I think this one is okay, but I'm gonna check the others. Maybe this one will be better. I don't know. I think that this one is looking perfect, but I have to make it bigger. And I think this one is okay. Now check it before and after. So we have to put it under just a little, just like this. And click Control and T and click on warp. So we are gonna make perfect with the eye. And I think it's okay. Now I'm gonna remove them under. So create a layer mask here and just paint with a black brush with a soft round brush, just like this. Zoom just a little. We are going to see the details. You can see we have only the upper eyelash. Now check it before and after in the zoom out, and it's looking perfect. I'm gonna zoom in just a little, and I think it's okay. Right click, merge layers, because I don't want that layer mask. So I think they're blurry enough for portrait. So I'm gonna create another copy here and Control T and horizontal. Just move this the other eye. You have to transform and make it perfect for the other side because it's not the same. But right here is okay. Now check it after. Yeah, I think looking good. Now I'm gonna create another empty layer because we are going to find the bottom lashes. And bottom lashes are here. I didn't solve that. And I think that I'm going to stick with this one. Make it bigger. And Control and T. And click on warp. Because we have to transform that. Transform again. And just this part. Now check it before and after. And I think that is looking great. But I'm going to remove it just a little on the side. So create a layer mask. And with a soft round brush, which is default, I'm just going to out just a little like this. And I think it's okay. So I'm going to make another copy of this one, Control T and flip horizontal and just move this into the other eye, retransform again and make it perfect for the eye. As you can see before and after, click from again, click on warp because we're going to make it fit perfect. This, I think it's okay. Now check it before and after of this entire process, and I think they're looking really good. So I'm just gonna make a group and rename eyelashes, and here we have them before and after. I'm gonna make another copy of the background and click shift and click here and just group them and rename the group retouch. I'm gonna create another copy of that and right click, merge the group to a single layer because I'm going to clean the lashes that are in the original. So I'm gonna click here on the spot healing brush tool and just remove some of them because since we mixed the original eyelashes with a fake one, they're not looking that good because we need to leave space for the eyelashes that we put. And I think they're okay. I'm gonna zoom in, zoom out and check it before and after. And I think they're looking perfect. Now I'm gonna make another layer, group here, make it a group and merge the group into a single one. And here we have a before and after of this entire process. And I think this looking great. So I'm just gonna click Control and I, click make an entire selection of this window and Control C, copy, go to File, New, and click on Create. Just paste it here and merge the group. Right now I'm working into some new stuff, so I just call this Elegance Look. I'm gonna click Play, wait until it's done, and just switch the layer mask, which is black, into white with a Control and I. And here we have before and after of everything, which is kind of too much with 100%. So I'm gonna go by 45. Now check a before and after. And if you want to paint out some stuff, you can just with a black brush, you can just paint out, for example, the hair, which is not looking that good. Just like this. Now check it before and after. And I think it's looking amazing. Now I'm gonna create a black and white help layer here and just put it from normal to luminosity and play around with the red yellows. Go by 20% and create another copy and switch to the multiply and go to 5% maybe. Now check it before and after. And they're looking good. Now go back to the artist retouching actions and click here on the basic contrast and face contour. Click play. Wait until it's done. You have the contrast, which is way too much. So I'm going to go by 20% and click here on the contour. Double click here and you can make changes the tones, the highlights, the shadows. Now check it before and after all this in process. This one is really great for eyes. For example, we can make another copy here, make it black, mask, zoom in, and just paint over the eyes. It's really amazing for the eyes. Gonna out just a little and check it before and after. As you can see, it's looking really great, but I'm gonna leave it maybe 50%. Now turn on other settings that we did this portrait and just click shift and click here and just drag and drop them into the original file. And here we have them, a single one. Now check it before and after. So here's before and here's after retouch. And here's before and after retouch with that elegance look. And I think that this portrait is looking really great. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Please don't forget to check all the links down in the description. As I said, you will find the retouching actions. Also, there are all files that are a bunch of them. And leave some comments down below. Let me know if I'm understandable or not. And see you guys in the next one. Peace.